when I can see that we are perceived in that way, our marriage is being perceived in that way, it hurts. Because it was not a joke for me ever to get married to anybody.
And then rumors of divorce. Everywhere people have covered this, that are they gonna get divorced? Oh, what will happen?
My family side, they do not belong to the industry. They don't understand industry at all. So, कुछ चीज़ें कही गई जो सही नहीं थी, जो मेरे घर वालों के साइड से भी कही गई. बट वो जो यार वो मोमेंट होता है, वो एक फीलिंग है. हर किसी की मॉम शायद अपने बेटे के लिए प्रोटेक्टिव होती है. अंकिता की मॉम अंकिता के लिए प्रोटेक्टिव है. और उसमें कुछ गलत नहीं है. जब हम दोनों खुश दिखेंगे तो हमारी शादी करा देगी, क्योंकि हम खुश हैं ना. अब हम नहीं दिख रहा है खुश, तो एक रिएक्शन आएंगे. उसको आप उस रिएक्शन को जज कर सकते हो, बट एज आई ऑलवेज से उसके आगे भी तो कुछ है ना. आई वॉन्टेड टू थ्रो, एंड इट वॉज लाइक दिस. आई वाज होल्डिंग, सो आई वॉन्टेड टू गेट अप, सो आई जस्ट did something and I get up. So it definitely looked like, I also watched, it looked like that, it looked like that. अगर मैं भी ऐसे देखता तो मुझे लगता, unless you know the bro, it's not in my system. आयशा, मुझे नहीं पता दिखाया गया कि नहीं. आयशा ने 1 नहीं 2 या 3 बार मुझे शो में बोला कि मैं आपसे राखी बंधवाऊंगी ही. मुझे मेरा जो उसका भाई आया था, मुझे वो आपसे वो वाइब आती है. मनारा की सिस्टर ने सेम चीज बोली कि उनके कोई सन्नी भैया है, जो मनारा मुझे ऑलरेडी बोल चुकी थी. उसकी सिस्टर ने आके बोला कि हमारे रियल भैया है. यू गिव अस दैट वाइब. देन इट्स नैनदीप, देन दिस इज जादू की जप्पी. बट इफ इट्स आयशा विकी, देन वाओ, ही इज रंगीला. ओनली थिंग आई रिग्रेट इज अबाउट मी बीइंग सो इम्पेशेंट व्हेन आई हैड encounters only with Ankita, that I got agitated, I got frustrated, I could not control those human emotions.
When he walked inside the house of Bigg Boss 17 this year, he was the ideal husband. When he walked out, there were a lot of questions raised. For people who know him, still know that he's the same Vicky Jain. But for everybody who judged him, misunderstood him, or had statements to pass against him, this is Vicky Jain for you. Thank you for joining me on Galata.
Hello, Nandip. So good to see you, man.
Hello.
How are you?
Finally. No, Baba, you know it. You do realize that we met.
Yeah.
Just after you came out.
मुझे पता नहीं था मुझे वो मेंशन यहाँ करना चाहिए. You were so well there, but I made it obvious.
नहीं, it's okay. The world didn't know Vicky Jain when you entered so much to that extent. And you're a social recluse to an extent where we literally, like your family members have to tell you to like be active on social media and stuff. I want to know, when you came out, there were so many judgment about you, so many comments, so many questions raised about your character, about you as a human being, your personality. Did it ever bother you, or were you prepared कि ऐसा होगा, ऐसा हो सकता है?
लोगों की जजमेंट्स किसी भी सिचुएशन पे हो सकती है. हमारी होती है, मेरी खुद की होती है. वही शायद मुझे शांत रखती है. मैं किसी भी चीज़ में मैंने कभी बिग बॉस में कोई भी चीज़ में ऐसा रिएक्ट नहीं किया. किसी एक सिचुएशन से कोई बॉम्ब ड्रॉप हुआ तो मैंने इतना रिएक्ट नहीं किया कि कोई भी चीज़ मेरे सामने आई. मैं बहुत काम रहता हूँ. क्यों काम रहता हूँ? बिकॉज आई ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट इन माई हेड फर्स्ट. मैं उसको पहले सॉल्व कर लेता हूँ, सारी चीज़ें प्रोसेस कर लेता हूँ. आज it's a form of emotion. When I meet you, I'm a different person. If I meet you, I hug you. Yeah. For the first time I've ever met you, that's the guy I am. I can't change myself. It's a show of your real personality. I can say that every part of me got displayed on that show is me in certain situation. If that situation is not there, I am not that me. If I don't have to be. But sometimes you have to just think about you, and you just think about you. So maybe some things people like and some things they don't like. So जो भी मेरे किए पे लोगों ने कुछ सोचा तो मैं उससे बोलूँ I disagree, I do this. No, it's just that मेरी उस लाइफ की जर्नी पे उस मोमेंट में किसी को ऐसा लगा होगा. बट मैं एक ऐसा इंसान हूँ जो सबको दिल लगा के गले मिलता हूँ, हर किसी को. देन आई डोंट फील कि अगर वो गाय है, वो गर्ल है, मैं उनसे वैसा रहता हूँ. मैं इतनी I am 40-year-old. I have never felt ashamed of declaring that on a national television. I always said that I am way senior than you guys here. I'm like quite old, guys. So I have learned something out of life. I can enjoy with you. I can communicate with you because I'm a heart guy with little brain, or with maybe the little more I use than others. Is just that because I'm more focused on one thing for a little longer than anybody else in the house because I'm active all the time.
Yeah.
When I wake up, I wake up. Then there's a story behind me everywhere. Not that I purposely could make, but I could feel it because yes. So my efforts I knew, my involvement I knew, every time I knew all of that. So it's just that I started thinking about myself because I thought that here we all have to protect our own selves, and still be in a relationship, still be able to make relationships, maintain them. So it's hell lot of a journey. You live like 10 years of your lifetime in that house. So I have experienced that. So out of which some people have some opinion, that opinion. For the wrongs I can only learn and can feel sorry about it, can accept it. And the, some stars which came on my way. So I'm just going to cherish it and be thankful to all those people who actually could relate to me, the only question I had on my mind when I entered, and I've asked everybody possible there that, तुझे मैं समझ में आता हूँ ना, मैं क्या बोलता हूँ, can you relate to me? Can you understand my emotion? It's my emotion which I describe in every minute in that house. That's my emotion. So certainly sometimes it was not right, sometimes it was good, it was bad. We all are human beings here. Just treat me like a human. I was more human-like than anybody else in the house. I can proudly say I was a human being. I was getting hurt. I was replying to the relationship, against that relationship which I respect the most. Like I know how we are in our marriage, and I know that. In spite of all of that, sometimes you just feel that you are in a competition. There will be a competition between two people, between me and my wife also. We both are like strong-headed people with so many opinions. So our opinions will clash. It's practical. Fine. The way, of course, looking at the relationship, we should have had barriers of our own, which maybe was not there under certain situations. I feel sorry about that. When I look at that and when I can see that we are perceived in that way, our marriage is being perceived in that way, it hurts. Because, it was not a joke for me ever to get married to anybody. Because, I decided to get married at the age of 38 when you're out of your sound mind. You have lived more than half of your life eventually. I don't want to do something wrong to, just finish that. I would not do that. But please treat us like human beings. It happened. But how we mend things up, it depends on that. Life moves on, it goes on. We all want to see what next, not what happened.
True.
Get it, guys.
No, but जब मैंने आंटी से भी बात किया था, आंटी ने भी यही बोला था कि अगर उन दोनों में झगड़ा हो रहा है, उस दिन भी हम लोग जब मिले सब, तब यही बात हो रही थी कि इतना आप दोनों झगड़ा नहीं करते हो अंदर. Like a lot of your co-contestants who are now out of the house, when they have been asked questions, a lot of them have actually come and said that actually इतना झगड़ा हम कोई भी नहीं करता था, but सिर्फ झगड़े दिखाए गए हैं. So that whole idea was like, oh, ideal couple, and then suddenly they are fighting, they are insecure of each other, XYZ, they are वो अभिमान का भी एक पूरा angle आ गया, everything was there. Have you gotten a chance to see any of those reels and everything that went viral, which were against you, primarily against you?
Yeah, well, see, that was what I'm trying to say, Nan, that when you live a public life and when you are not a public person, what is the difference? ये सारे इमोशन तुम्हारी लाइफ में भी 2 महीने में हो रहे होंगे. घर से में झगड़ा हो गया, माँ ने कुछ कह दिया, यहाँ पे इससे बात हो गई, उससे ये हो गई, फिर मैंने ऐसा रिप्लाई कर दिया, मैं एक दिन माँ पे इरिटेट हो गया, डोंट कॉल मी बिटवीन द मीटिंग्स. अब मैं ये रिकॉर्ड करके 100 लोग को भेजूंगा ना, तो तुम्हारे लिए एक ओपिनियन बनेगी that you don't respect your mother.
True.
Because I am there for you to judge me for whatever you want to. So if I am an entertainer and if I am a human being who can crack jokes, why? Because who can take jokes. I got roasted on this show. There was not even a stink on my face. You're just performing, bro. You're a performer. What you're doing here is a performance. I know what I have done. I respect what you have done. I never said to Munawar also that I don't respect your... I always have been a fan of your art form.
Yeah, you did.
So I am enjoying your performance. you don't think you can hurt me by that. I'm way stronger than all that because I have no self-doubt for the person I am. I know there are people who are still going to love me because they know me that I can't hurt you. So how can I hurt her? Yeah, the way it has been said or has gone to the people, it looked like that definitely there was something which shouldn't have happened, and we feel sorry about it. We're human beings.
बट समझ में आ रहा था जब शो पे थे, जब तक मीडिया राउंड
जब
हुआ या
तक
फिर
मैंने मीडिया के सामने बोला उस दिन कि यू नो मैं ये बोलूं आपके सामने, बस हाथ जोड़ लूं इज वेरी इजी, यू नो उस तरह के रूट गेम में बहुत इजी थे मेरे लिए कि बस मैं भी हाथ जोड़ के आगे जा सकता था. एवरीबडी लव्ड मी, लव्ड द पर्सन आई वाज, बट अपनी ओपिनियंस वहां रखना वो चीज बनाता है एक स्पेस जहाँ पे लोग आपको राइट या रॉन्ग बोलते हैं. एटलीस्ट आई एम हैप्पी दैट ऑन दैट शो दैट we were fair with our opinions at every given point of time between our relationship also. We were just mouth open. Why? Because it's okay, na. Let people judge me because I know what relationship, you know how deep my relationship is, how strong it is. I know that, so I can be that person. She can be that person. Some criticism she has also received. Some criticism I have also received. So, but that was the response which was for each other, towards each other during the show. So it doesn't bother me at all. I don't have any thing to say about people what they feel for me. But all I want to tell them is, you know, it should always be like that. Now we want to watch more how you guys correct yourself, and that will be done with proper correction, and everything should be fine. I feel if we are together, everything is together good.
a lot of people are actually saying that you deserved to be a finalist and that's your biggest victory. People online जिन्होंने शायद आपके बारे में बहुत कुछ बोला है, अगर आप उनके पोस्ट पे भी जाके देखोगे, उन्होंने भी बोला है कि Vicky deserved to be in the finals. And I'm not taking names, I'm genuinely telling this because this is the truth, because you played the game. But जब आप लोग अंदर थे, बाहर ना इतने गंदे तरीके के rumors, and I am also saying that as a part of media, a lot of people actually feel that media was biased towards you and Ankita and everything. So I will take this up and say that people who knew you could have a kind of leniency towards you both because they knew you in person, and I knew how you are as a person. So before I could judge, I know what your mental state would have been. But cut me out, chalo. I am not the person who should judge this because I know the family. But there are people who have written and said things about you which were very detrimental to the relationship. And trust me, the family members were getting worried outside because they were also not in tune with what was happening inside, and they could only see that 1 hour when only fights were being shown. And then rumors of divorce. Everywhere people have covered this, that are they gonna get divorced? Oh, what will happen? Divorce is on the line. इसको तो इसको छोड़ देना चाहिए, उसको इसको छोड़ देना चाहिए, इतनी insecure है, ये इतना ऐसा करता है, इसके साथ ऐसे बात करता है. And this has happened, and this has actually bothered every family member, whether it's Ankita's side or your
of
side.
course. See, my point is कि आप उस सिचुएशन में हो, उस घर के अंदर, आपको पता है कि आपके, if suppose you and me has to act like an artificial human beings, so how will we plan? Like, you know, let's do proper, let's wake up, let's just get ready, just get decked up, and then just sit and give some nice pose, or no. You know, I'm a person like I actually did not take a bath for a couple of days in the house because, you know, for me it wasn't. If we say that you've gone there to live your 3 months of life, so you have to live, be in the moment, take the decisions, take the action. Maybe for me taking shower today is not important because any which ways I'm chilling now, bro. I'm enjoying, so I'm chilling. It's not that I'm on television, so I should say this, and there is not even 0.1% script can come in my mind regarding how to be. लेकिन उस सिचुएशन को बाहर वाले समझ पाए ये पॉसिबल नहीं है, घर वाले समझ पाए पॉसिबल नहीं है. माई फैमिली साइड दे डू नॉट बिलोंग टू द इंडस्ट्री, दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड इंडस्ट्री एट ऑल. सो कुछ चीज़ें कही गई जो सही नहीं थी, जो मेरे घर वालों के साइड से भी कही गई, बट वो जो यार वो मोमेंट होता है, वो एक फीलिंग है। हर किसी की मॉम शायद अपने बेटे के लिए प्रोटेक्टिव होती है, अंकिता की मॉम अंकिता के लिए प्रोटेक्टिव है, और उसमें कुछ गलत नहीं है। कभी सामने भी होता है हमारे झगड़े में, अगर कभी हो जाए तो आई डोंट से कि ये क्यों बीच में बोल रहे, ऑफ कोर्स शी इज योर मदर, शी विल से व्हाट कैन बी क्वेश्चनेबल। सब डिस्कस करने के बाद सबको जब हम दोनों खुश दिखेंगे तो हमारी शादी करा देगी, क्योंकि हम खुश है ना। अब हम नहीं दिख रहा है खुश तो एक रिएक्शन आएंगे, उसको आप उस रिएक्शन को जज कर सकते हो, बट एज आई ऑलवेज से उसके आगे भी तो कुछ है ना। हम सब ने कुछ सीखा है इस जर्नी से, हम सब उस जर्नी में एक दूसरे के साथ रहे, कोई अंदर था कोई बाहर था, बट वो जुड़े थे। तो जो भी चीजें हैं, एक क्लैरिटी जब हम दो निकलेंगे, हमारी सब बात हो जाएगी, हमको पता है। और हम क्यों ना उसको ऐसे देखें कि जब हम इतने श्योर होते हैं ना एक दूसरे के रिश्ते को लेके, तो शायद मैं वो लीवे ले सकता हूँ दैट आई कैन जस्ट पुट a hand on your shoulder sometimes, which not everybody will do, but I will do, because we have a relationship like that.
Yeah.
So if we have that strong relationship is why we could let that happen to ourselves on a television, because we knew it's okay, man. It's okay to just be as real as possible, because that is what we had signed up for, to be real there. Not to be कि somebody is coming and challenging you, or you being sophisticated. Sometimes you just say it in words कि मैं तो इतना गुस्सा होता हूँ कि लोग फिर झेल नहीं सकते, नहीं तो मेरे को गुस्सा ही नहीं आता. You can't be like that. That your words and your actions doesn't match. I was not that person. What I say, I am. This is what I am. I own everything. We are sorry. Family की जो चीज़ें हैं, जो हुआ, जो बोला गया, कहा गया, शायद वो देख के लोग कहते, शायद मैं होता बाहर तो मैं भी कह देता, इफ इट्स जस्ट फॉर व्यूइंग. बट ये मेरी फैमिली है, ये मुझे सुधारनी है, मुझे बनानी है, तो उसके लिए जो मुझे करना है वो मैं करूँगा ना. बट मुझे अच्छा है, आई एम थैंकफुल कि मुझे एक पर्सपेक्शन ऑफ पीपल, एक लॉन्ग फीडबैक मिला, तो कि चलो ठीक है, आप उस सिचुएशन में जिस भी प्रेशर में थे, लेकिन आप जो कर रहे थे वो जस्टिफाइड नहीं लगा, तो ठीक है, चेंज हो जाएगा ना. वो तो मैं ही हूँ ना, मैं तो इंसान हूँ, मैं वही इंसान हूँ जो मैं हर चीज़ बदलना पाना, चेंज करना, मतलब आई एम ऑलवेज इंक्विजिटिव फॉर न्यू थिंग्स. आई एम नॉट दैट ह्यूमन बीइंग कि मैं बोलूँ मैं तो ऐसा ही हूँ. आई नेवर हैड दैट अप्रोच in my life कि मैं ऐसा ही हूँ. So there can be some people who can like you by being मैं ऐसा हूँ, but it's not good for my life to be like that. True. I want to change myself and become a better person by the end of my life. So everything is fine. I respect whatever people thought about us, but the only thing is that there will be a change which everybody will see, and they will love that also, because in a way.
You feel it was also because, like you correctly said, that you and Ankita have a certain way of reacting towards each other, right? And we could see, मैं हमेशा जब भी मेरे को बहुत लोगों ने मैसेज करते थे, and like there are a lot of friends from the media also used to message me for every reel, and they say, what is this, what is this, what is this, how do you justify this, because they've never met you both together. Okay, now people who know will know your relationship, that it's a very friendly, you guys are friends first before being partners also, right? Do you feel that because your side of the family has not stayed with you on a daily basis, both of you, you feel it was shocking for them? And then did you come out and speak to your mom, because her comments have gone viral? Did you speak to your mom and the whole thing?
क्योंकि सिंपल ये हो रहा था कि एक रिएक्शन, वहाँ जो एक्शन हमारा अंदर हो रहा था उस पे हमारे लोगों, सिंपल है ना यार, एक सोसाइटी है. आज मैं बॉम्बे में रह रहा हूँ, मेरी एक सोसाइटी है जहाँ आई हैंग आउट. मैं कोशिश करता हूँ मैं अपने काम से ये करूँ कि वो लोग मुझ पे प्राउड करें, राइट?
Yeah.
The society I hang out in, they should feel somehow proud about me, of what I am. Is the attempt, fame or success is the attempt towards that, I feel. Okay? So आज उनकी भी एक सोसाइटी, तो वो ये बोल रहा है कि भाई ठीक है, अगर आपकी एक जर्नी, आप अपने सपनों को पूरा करना चाहते हो, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम्स विद दैट. बैक साइड में हमको जो संभालना हम सब संभाल लेंगे, डोंट वरी. बट तुम अपनी जर्नी जीते जीते तुम मेरी सोसाइटिकल जर्नी में थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं ला सकते ना. तुम्हें अब उतना ख्याल रखना पड़ेगा वहां रहेगी कि तुम अपनी जर्नी तो जियो, तुम मेरी चीजों का भी ख्याल रखो.
True.
तो अगर मैं नयनदीप, अगर मेरे किसी भी एक्ट से कभी ये हो गया कि मान लो नयनदीप की लाइफ का तेरा कुछ वर्स्ट भी होगा ना ब्रो, इट्स नॉट ऑलवेज दिस स्वीट नयनदीप who you are in front of the whole world, but there are things which can bother you also. You can also cry and you can also shout.
I do.
So if I am that person, जो मेरी किसी बात से, अगर मान ले तेरा कभी वो पर्सन बाहर आ जाता, तो अब वो आता तो है ना बाहर, तो अभी हमारी किसी एक्शन से हम सबके वो पर्सन को बाहर ला रहे हैं, फिर वो कुछ कह रहे हैं और हम बोले कि वो क्यों कह रहे हैं, अरे वो कह रहे हैं क्योंकि कुछ हुआ हो गया ना, तो चलो हम कोशिश करते हैं पहले उसको फाइंड आउट करने की. आई एम दैट गाय इन माई लाइफ. So I don't blame what people have to say, but it doesn't mean what they say is right.
You know, another incident that actually raised a lot of eyebrows and बहुत सारे comments आए थे was that blanket episode जहाँ पे वो ऐसे perceive हुआ कि आप उनको मारने जा रहे हो and वो ऐसे reflex में थोड़ा ये हो गया. तो और अभिषेक एंड अरुण ने भी बहुत उसके बारे में बात किया कि आप ये क्या था, मारने वाले थे. तो a lot of the viewers actually, anyway that time there was a lot of judgment about you and it only increased that judgment about you. What would be your clarification? What actually happened?
See,
Because a lot of your co-contestants who got evicted also came and उसको directly ना बोल के भी subtly बोला कि आपको तो पता है वो incident वो कैसा था and XYZ, and you know who they.
see, it's simple that some things to happen should be in your system. कोई भी चीज, कोई भी एक रिफ्लेक्स, लाइक शायद आपका कुछ हो या मेरा कुछ हो, 3 अलग अलग गाइज हैं, एक सिचुएशन में तीनों अलग अलग रिएक्ट करेंगे. सो आज पूरे आप बिग बॉस की मेरी जर्नी देखना, किसी भी कंडक्ट में, मतलब मैं किसी भी तरीके से अपने शब्दों में, लैंग्वेज में कभी गलत तरीके से नहीं गया बिकॉज वो मेरे सिस्टम में नहीं है. बिकॉज दैट्स नॉट हाउ वी टॉक, वेयर आई वर्क, वेयर वी डू थिंग्स, इट्स नॉट हाउ वी स्पीक. इसीलिए कभी इतने बड़े झगड़े में भी ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि सीधे माँ बहन की गालियाँ शुरू हो गई मेरे मुंह से, नहीं निकली. जबकि मैं genuinely I lost it in so many situations.
Yeah.
But there was not even a single abuse. Because that's not how I talk. If I'm angry also, I'm not going to go on a loop, just say, tu chal. I'm not that guy. I'll talk to you. And I'll say, what are you trying to say? Tell me. I will satisfy you. Because this is nonsense. This behavior is nonsense. Somebody like him. So, I am that person. जो 100 सिचुएशन में वैसा ही था उस घर पे. 101 दिन की जर्नी में मेरे सबसे झगड़े हुए हैं. मेरा मुनव्वर हर किसी से झगड़ा हुआ, बट किसी भी सिचुएशन में मैं अपनी किसी भी सीमाओं से बाहर नहीं गया मेरे तरीके में, जिसमें गालियां इन्वॉल्व थी, जिसमें कोई एक्शंस ये वो कोई भी चीजें इन्वॉल्व कुछ भी नहीं थी. वो एक ऐसा इट वाज जस्ट दैट I was so frustrated at that point of a time not by that moment of between me and Ankita, just one statement. It was just that I was so frustrated with whatever was happening in that point of time that, it was just that, I wanted to, throw. And it was like this, I was holding, so I wanted to get up. So I just did something and I get up. So it definitely looked like, I also watched, it looked like that, it looked like that. अगर मैं भी ऐसे देखता तो मुझे लगता, unless bro, it's not in my system. I have not seen it. I have never treated anybody like that. How can that double personality be so that, that 2% or 5% maybe of mine is so there, where my 99% is this.
Yeah.
Wherein I have no problems. I can be in a relationship, in a good relationship with 17 people at the same time. In a situation like that, I did that. Because the person I am, they like me.
But do you think that liking worked against you? Because you being friendly towards people was used against you, not just by the audience to like fan clubs to create moments and create reels. People have judged your relationship with Sana. People have judged your relationship with Manara. People have judged your relationship with Aisha. And they have taken moments where they have made you look like this womanizer, and this tag has come out. And then there was this episode when जहाँ पे अंकिता आपको बोल रही है कि आप ऐसे हो नहीं बाहर, but आप because तब तक अरुण की बीवी आयशा उन्होंने आके इतने बार वो उंगली वाला इंसिडेंट या सब कुछ बोल दिया कि उसको लगने लग गया, क्योंकि इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं होती, तो आई कुड गेज दैट, उसको ये लगने लग गया कि बाहर ऐसा जा रहा है. वो बार बार बोल रही थी बाहर ऐसा जा रहा है. डू यू फील दैट समवेयर योर फ्रेंडलीनेस was taken out of context and given a womanizer tag?
मैं बार मैं यही बोलता हूँ कि मतलब इधर 40-year element was there on my mind all the time. I kept saying it all during the show that, I don't care, I'm 40, bro. And I'm like this. Meant that I always knew that इतना age group difference है लोगों में यार. I was just being I was just being myself. That's what I feel for human beings. Like, there's a lot of love. There's a lot of. I was so close to boys. I was so close to guys. There was such an evident friendship between me and Abhishek initially. Me and Munawar was like quite well, almost till the end. I've had relation with Tehelka, Arun, so strong when, you know, it was like they wanted to see we three together. Then it was Samarth and Vicky. I was like that.
And
even with
also Isha,
even with Isha Khanzadi, I was there. I was there
Aisha,
in everyone's story prominently. So if I am like that, doesn't mean that, you know, I'm not a good guy in my relationship, because if I'm being able to do that, because I'm again saying that that was the house, that was the prime focus. In that house, we have gone there, we are being paid for it. We have gone there to focus on the game. We are adults, more than adults in our life. We're not kids. We knew this. It's work. And the work has to be done in a certain way, with some enthusiasm, with some outbound spirits, is how I see things. It doesn't mean I'm a wrong guy.
पर बॉदर हुआ कभी ये वुमनाइजर टैग?
नहीं, ऑफ कोर्स वो किसको अच्छा लगता है, बिकॉज आप जो चीज मतलब आयशा, मुझे नहीं पता दिखाया गया कि नहीं, आयशा ने 1 नहीं 2 या 3 बार मुझे शो में बोला कि मैं आपसे राखी बंधवाऊंगी ही. मुझे मेरा जो उसका भाई आया था, मुझे वो आपसे वो वाइब आती है. मनारा की सिस्टर ने सेम चीज बोली कि उनके कोई सन्नी भैया है, जो मनारा मुझे ऑलरेडी बोल चुकी थी. उसकी सिस्टर ने आके बोला कि हमारे रियल भैया है. You give us that vibe. We love you. You know, but ये चीज ही ऐसी है आजकल. You know, ये सोच ऐसी हो गई है. अब कुछ नहीं कर सकते. आपको आप कुछ भी करो ना, तो कि ह्यूमन इंटरेक्शन जो आपको शायद बहुत अच्छा फील कराता है. If somebody comes and hug you, you know, एक जादू की झप्पी को अगर जादू की झप्पी जैसा देखा जाए तो कितनी प्यारी है यार वो. It gives everything. But अगर एक जादू की झप्पी को जादू की झप्पी ना देखना हो तो it's a झप्पी ना bro. Why it is happening? Because she said that I want to tie a Rakhi. I get that brotherly vibe. But that's not important. Maybe she's just saying this or making this up. That's your figment of imagination. Go endless about it, bro. But when I know that I'm not like that, it doesn't bother me. You can think that I am that. It's why I'm not thinking कि मैं अगले दिन आया और अगर मैंने किसी के साथ 60, 70, 80 दिन गुजारे हैं, मैं निकलूंगा और मैं कुछ अच्छा करके आया हूँ. They want to meet me.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to meet somebody when I used to watch Bigg Boss and there were Bigg Boss contestants and I wanted to meet them too. Yeah. I am that guy.
We were all there. Now we can say that we were all there and we were just chilling, we were just talking.
If I am that guy today, Nayandi, and some 7 people want to come and meet me and say hello, whom I've lived them with like 70, 80 days. Is it wrong, guys? Do I need some Muhurat for that? Why? But fine. But you know, I'm okay with any narrative because I know what I am. I know what I feel. I know what I feel that when I want to host you in my house, you know, I am there with you. No matter 60 people are there. So, but then it's Nandeep, then this is Jadoo Ki Jappi. But if it's Aisha Vicky, then wow, he's Rangila or he's some this. It's okay. You can think like that.
It's true. I
break me by what.
Because you know, I feel like people who don't know the equation of the relationship that 2 people share, they often don't even care about knowing that side. They will just judge. Okay. Yeah. Because आज ये बात तो सच है कि मैंने तो पहले दिन से बोला है कि I have a familial equation with you and Ankita, and I've had that for years now. How do I deny that? Just because I'm a media person, I cannot deny that. But right. I will be perceived in a certain way. Of course, I am in support of both of you. Why won't I? Were the other peoples who came, the other media people, not asking you pointed questions, not asking Ankita pointed questions? They also had some kind of judgment, and they came with that kind of bias as well. So I feel like it's very easy to do that to relationships, and it's the saddest thing to be done, because people who know you will love you for who you are, Vicky.
Right.
That's what matters. But at the end, I also want to ask you that with so much that has happened, and then you getting evicted right before the finale, and so much that has happened between you and Abhishek, where comments have come where he has literally gone to your age, and then there have been comments कि हमको पता है कि तुमको लड़कियां कैसे मिलती है. Then there are comments that have actually offended the audience where you and Munawar had that conversation and you said that तेरे जैसे मैं 200 लोगों को रख लूंगा अपने पास, and all of that. Is there any moment that you look back and feel like maybe if it didn't happen, it would have been good for equations? Like you wanted to make good equation with Abhishek also, with Munawar also. You are not the person who wanted equations to be spoiled, but these are moments which spoiled equations. Is there any regret?
See,
Even with Ankita.
the only thing I regret is about me being so impatient when I had encounters only with Ankita. That I got agitated, I got frustrated, I could not control those human emotions, which if you are being able to control, it's very good for your life.
Yeah.
So it didn't go well with my life because I just couldn't control that emotion of mine. So you know, only that part I feel, not because of any outcome कि शायद ये होता तो ये होता नहीं, शायद I'm so satisfied with whatever I did in the house. Only that part, which was possibly the most important part of my Bigg Boss journey, which was with my wife. And you know, as a couple, you want, you know, who are those lucky couples who get to work together? Hardly it happens no in life that two people are working together with each other. So not by not being an actor, I got that opportunity to live that time with my wife, which I, without a phone, without television, कोई भी नहीं जी पा
Without
रहा.
distraction, yeah.
ठीक है, तो हम दोनों स्ट्रांग हैं, हम दोनों कर लेंगे, हम चलते हैं, हम कर लेंगे. वो नहीं हो पाया. वो नहीं हो पाया because of many reasons. And मतलब क्योंकि मे बी बिना सोचे जो मोमेंट में जो लगा वो कर दिया वाला जो एक होता है ना एक फेज, उस फेज से हम गुजर गए और वो सब हो गया. मतलब बट वी गोइंग टू मेन थिंग्स अप नाउ. बट अगर वो वही रियलाइजेशन जल्दी होती और मैं वहीं शायद जो मैं लास्ट में समझा इन मीडिया इंटरेक्शन के बाद व्हाट आई फेल्ट एंड हाउ वी वर, दैट वाज लाइक अ वेरी गुड टाइम व्हिच आई मिस. एंड you know, like, so when people genuinely ask me that are you missing her, so I am missing her. I'm genuinely missing her because I felt that, because you know that was a change maybe which happened with me, which I genuinely feel from the bottom of my heart that yes, I'm a changed man. I feel relaxed, more relaxed, that I've understood something that शायद relationship में समझाने से ज़्यादा समझना ज़रूरी होता है. हर चीज़ में हर चीज़ नहीं समझा सकता, मुझे वो समझना पड़ेगा. अब मैं अगर इफ़ आई एम दैट मैन, शायद मैं वहाँ वो बन पाता तो मुझे बहुत खुशी होती, बट वो नहीं हो पाया. बट इवेंचुअली इट्स नेवर टू लेट, लाइफ गोज़ ऑन.
There's a lot of time, and I think a show cannot define somebody's relationship. What happens post the show in real life is what matters. And I know it for a fact that you guys will again will be. मैंने तो हर किसी को बोला इंटरव्यू के बाद कि I'll meet you guys at the parties again. And मुझे ये जानना है कि what do you think?
Waiting for a queen to
Well,
come back.
yes, with the trophy.
Yes,
with the trophy.
100%.
Do you feel in the last 1 week where Ankita has fallen a little weak because you got evicted, and then she has had those emotional outbursts, and uske pehle bhi there were those 2 days where she got a lot of judgment because of her behavior towards Manara and towards others in a particular way. Everybody tells me that I don't question her. When I meet her, I will definitely tell her that she did go wrong in those 2 days, and I think she also accepted the fact that उस 2 दिन में उसने जैसे बर्ताव किया शायद गलत था. But it's also human because everybody is reacting like that inside the house. Do you feel that there's a lot of judgment about her also closer to the finale?
See, that's what I'm trying to say.
Because you also didn't agree to a lot of things that
yeah, exactly. Because, you know, वो end of the show की जर्नी थी जहाँ ऐसा होता है ना कि हम किसी भी डेस्टिनेशन पे जा रहे होते हैं और हमको वो डेस्टिनेशन जब लास्ट के जो 20 मिनट्स होते हैं हम 10 बार शायद ड्राइवर से पूछते हैं भैया कितनी देर में आएगा. वो द लास्ट का जर्नी ना gives you a different emotion altogether. So it gave me a very different emotion, and I was more into that sorting out zone type, you know, that no, let's forget and forgive each other. Yeah. So that, you know, it's enough. While I was in that zone. So maybe those thoughts was coming in my mind that, you know, because I didn't wanted to do that on that level of, you know, disagreement to somebody, I was like, forget it, let's deal with this emotion also and just ठीक है भाई अभी तू देख ले टाइप का एटीट्यूड हमारा हो गया था. तो मुझे उनका जो दोनों का थोड़ा सा वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा था, तो मैं अपनी तरीके से उनको वो बोलना चाह रहा था. और शायद उन्हीं बोलने के समय पे बस वो क्या हो रहा है, मैं बोल तो घर पे 6 लोग हैं ओनली, 6 लोग में हम ही 6 हैं, उसमें अरुण है, मनारा, अभिषेक, मुनव्वर, अंकिता. में मुनव्वर अभिषेक से बात करूं तो अल्टीमेटली इतने ग्रजेस हैं हमारे बीच में, वो उससे टनल में छोड़ा बोला है, मैंने उसको कुछ बोला है, हमारा इतना हॉट सीन हुआ, तो वहाँ नहीं मन करता यू नो कि आप सब कुछ एक दिन में नहीं भुला सकते हो ह्यूमन बीइंग, आपको एजनेस रहती है. तो कम छांट के फिर ऐसा हो रहा था कि वो फिर तीनों एक साथ थे, तो ईशा, मनारा, अंकिता में अब है ही तो बात होगी ही, चीज़ें होंगी ही, तो वो सारी चीज़ें हो रही थी, बातें हो रही थी, उस पर रिएक्शंस आ रहे थे. तो ये सारी चीज़ों से होता ये है कि आप कई बार आप कुछ बोल दो, अगर मैं नैन को या नैन कुछ भी ना, तो चिपकता बहुत पार्टीज में, पता नहीं तेरी आदत है यार, तू चिपकता बहुत. तो यू नो समटाइम्स वो एक नैरेटिव बन जाता है, लोग सोचने लगते हैं उस, अच्छा मेरे साथ भी हुआ है क्या. सो मैं हमेशा उसको ये बोलता था कि कोशिश हम ये करते हैं कि चल यार ऐसी चीज़ें उसको ना बोले जो नैरेटिव बन जाए. तो कई बार वुमनाइजर ये वो भी कभी हम मस्ती में बोल देते हैं कि डिवोर्स का पेपर साइन कर दें क्या. इट डजंट मीन दैट वी वांट टू साइन, बट वी जस्ट से इट बिकॉज हमारे बीच में उतने जोक्स अलाउड है, मे बी नील ऐश्वर्या के बीच में नहीं होंगे, तो वो कितनी इंटरेस्टिंग वो बातें करते हैं वो दोनों जाने. और लोगों ने भी आई एम श्योर जितना सुना है उनमें कहीं कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग तो मुझे दिखाई नहीं दिया, नॉट विद एनी अदर फीलिंग, बट हम दोनों एक कॉम्पिटिशन में थे ब्रो. आई विल बिहेव द वे आई वांट.
और समझ में आता था कौन सा सीरियस है कौन सा सीरियस नहीं है, टू बी ऑनेस्ट.
कि तेरा एजेंडा मैं ही रहा हूँ, मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ उसके लिए. तो मैंने कभी ना परेशान हुआ ना वरी, वो मेरे कभी टॉपिक कितना लॉर्ड विकी.
Fantastic. I just feel that despite all the misunderstandings, this is an interview where everybody will try to understand your side of the story, and it was important. And people who know you will still continue to love you for being who you are, because you are not any different from the shit. And that's what matters. Thank you for this. And I hope that we get the trophy.
Yes, for sure. Please, I only wish and I hope that Ankita should get the quiz.
Of course, Vicky, for all of us. Thank you. Thank you, Vicky.
Signing out with Vicky Bhaiya.
Vicky Bhaiya.